Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirecTV 348, Sling, Roku, and Apple TV.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
Federal agents have actually caused controversy after Trump sent them to Portland, Oregon, where they've been accused of violently attacking protesters and placing them into unmarked vans. Trump suggested he would follow suit in other cities like New York, Philadelphia, Detroit. According to the Chicago Tribune, Homeland Security plans to deploy about 150 federal agents to Chicago this week. A specific plan on what the agents will be doing and what their limits would be had not been made public.
The United States of America is watching a full-scale invasion, of the United States. You remember when Bill Clinton was accused of wagging the dog to get your mind off of the Lewinsky scandal, and he attacked Osama bin Laden, and nobody had ever heard of Osama bin Laden, and so they said it was wag the dog. Well, Donald Trump has chosen to distract from the coronavirus pandemic by attacking Portland, Oregon, and now Chicago. The governor of Georgia is attacking the mayor of Atlanta in the middle of a pandemic. Okay, so we have anonymous federal agents snatching citizens off the street in Portland, Oregon, and putting them into unmarked cars and taking them to some site, never identifying themselves. And then when the people say that they will not waive their rights, they're let go and not even told who captured them, who released them, and why they were taken. Where are the libertarians now? Where are the Oath Keepers now? I mean, you're all freaked out because you have to wear a stinking mask. People are literally being snatched off the street, and I don't hear word one from Rand Paul or his daddy Ron. I don't hear anything from libertarians. And you call us libtards. Are you insane? Are you crazy? This is the time. Now is the time. Speak up. Speak up. The only difference between these camo-wearing, unidentified, unnamed agents and crazy right-wing militia types is crazy right-wing militia types wear more identifying patches than these guys do. So what are you going to have, the right-wing militia now blending in with the lunatic fringe from Border Patrol's tactical units? What could go wrong there? I mean, we only had one Boogaloo boy shoot two police officers under the guise of Black Lives Matter protesters, and then we found out this guy was, whiter than, a snowflake, and he was the one that was responsible for executing two police officers, one in Oakland and another one in Los Angeles. I mean, the Boogaloo boys. Yeah, I mean, this is utterly insane. You know the boiling frog metaphor where you turn the heat up gradually and the frog boils and doesn't even know it? Forget that, okay? The pan has been boiled for so long that there's no water in the pan, and that smell is the frog skin crisping in a burning pan. We're here. This is happening. It's on. I don't know how else to say this. I will tell you, Michelle Goldberg, she wrote in the New York Times today, Trump's occupation of American cities has begun, okay? And she quoted this book called On Tyranny, 20 Lessons from the 20th Century by Timothy Snyder, which I happen to have always had, okay? This is it. And obviously it's dog-eared, bookmarked, highlighted, and paper clipped. And it's a real little short. This guy went to Yale, okay, and he's a historian. And he wrote this in chapter 6. Be wary of paramilitaries. When the men with guns who have always claimed to be against the system start wearing uniforms and marching with torches and pictures of a leader, the end is nigh. When the pro-leader paramilitary and the official police and military intermingle, the end has come. The tiki torches and the praising of them, carrying, Trump, we love Trump, hail Trump, right? That was the end is nigh. Now the end has come. And it's just a couple of little pages here. It says, if only the government can legitimately use force, and this use is constrained by law, then the forms of politics that we take for granted become possible. It is impossible to carry out democratic elections, try cases in court, and design and enforce laws, or manage any of the other quiet business of government when agencies beyond the state also have access to violence. It is for this reason people and parties who wish to undermine democracy and the rule of law create and fund violent organizations that involve themselves in politics. These groups take the form of a paramilitary wing of a political party, the personal bodyguard of a particular politician, or spontaneous citizens' initiatives, which usually turn out to have been organized by the party or the party's leader. Armed groups degrade a political order so that they can transform it. Violent right-wing groups such as the Iron Guard in interwar Romania or the Arrow Cross in interwar Hungary intimidated their rivals. Nazi stormtroopers began as security detail, clearing the halls of Hitler's opponents during his rallies. As paramilitaries known as the SA and the SS, they created a climate of fear that helped the Nazi Party in the paramilitary elections of 1932 and 33. In Austria in 1938, it was the local SA that quickly took advantage of the absence of the usual local authority to beat, loot, and humiliate Jews, thereby changing the rules of politics and preparing the way for the Nazi takeover of the country. It was the SS that ran the German concentration camps, lawless zones where ordinary rules did not apply. During the Second World War, the SS extended the lawlessness it had pioneered in the camps to all of Europe under German occupation. The SS began as an organization outside the law, became an organization that transcended the law, and ended up as being the organization that undid the law. This is what is happening. And why did he go to Border Patrol? Why is he using CBP? And why is he using ICE troops? Why? They have no problem taking children from mom. They have no problem, giving a mother a Sophie's choice. Which one do you want? They have no problem putting kids in prison and covering them with aluminum blankets. They have no problem with it. They are brutal, and they love Donald Trump. They are loyal to Donald Trump. They can't sing his praises often enough, loud enough, hard enough. These people are brutalizers of others. They've been trained in that way. They've been ordered to do the unthinkable. And so, of course, he went to Border Patrol. Of course, he went to ICE. He couldn't go to the military. He tried that in Lafayette Square, and the military squarely refused. Remember that? The military pushed back. We will not harm, hurt American citizens. We will not fire at them, even non-lethal. We will not. He had to go somewhere else. So he went to his loyalists in Border Patrol.
fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
Radio Beacon.